I suppose.
Welcome back to Grant's Gaming Corner, ladies and gentlemen. We are back at our Let's Go Eevee playthrough. Do you need to go see what that was?
Yes, something just fell in our house. We have no idea what just fell.
I'm just gonna go check the living room, make sure everything's good. Welcome in, Diddley. Glad to see you made it here. Welcome in, Niall. Appreciate y'all being here. Thank y'all for being here. Appreciate 5. That's a lot of appreciation. Thank you for that, Niall. I'm glad that I get appreciation from you because I'm glad y'all are here. But yeah, I was just fiddling around with the candies a little bit, giving some candies to the Pokemon. We still have our team. We have Bob, Niall, Firetail, Riley, Dratini, and Butterbug. So nothing too crazy there, but we are in Saffron, if I remember right. I think. Let me see. I'll pull the map here and we'll double check, make sure I got that right. This time it's okay. I still appreciate the 5 appreciations. Yes, we're in Saffron City and we are going after the I believe it's Team Rocket, if I remember right, in Silph Co. That way we can get our gym badge from Sabrina.
Hi, chat.
And Hannah decided to hang out tonight. She's going to be doing her project. By the way, do you need a little more room?
So yeah, the whole entire bag of dog food fell. That's sticky.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah. I just wash my hands. It's sticky.
Do I need to move the books?
I mean, it has a lid.
Well, if it's sticky on the outside, just don't want it to be sticky on the books. Oh, you got a hi, Hannah, from Niall.
Hi now.
The receptionist. You there?
Should I show what I'm working on since I'm only sitting here doing this a little bit?
Maybe in just a moment.
Okay.
I have to tell you that our office is a bit of a disaster right now. A real disaster. There's no place for kids, not when there are so many dangerous people around. Don't be such a stick in the mud. You won't even let us have a look around?
And
Oh, you're Blue. The Blue.
ooh.
Grant, I've been looking for you. What are you doing in a place like this?
Should I read that?
Do you want to?
Hi, Grant. What are you doing? What are you doing in a place like this? No surprise. Those Team Rocket goons are causing trouble all over the place.
You and me are on the same wavelength, Hannah. We can't keep letting Team Rocket do whatever they please. Come on, it's time we did a little strategy planning. Well, so in short, the plan is this. Grant is gonna drive Team Rocket out of Silph Co just like he planned. But it'd be crazy to try something like that alone, so Hannah, go with him.
Right.
While you pipsqueaks do that, I'm gonna do a loop around all of Kanto, squashing out Team Rocket wherever I find them. One of us is sure to find out where their boss is hiding. And while I'm at it, I'll swing by the Pokemon League to tell the bigwigs there what's going on.
Awesome. Do you think the Elite Four might come help us?
Maybe. So that's the plan, guys. Time to split up and put it into action. Heh. If only if it were that simple. Fact is, there's one more thing we've got to do here first. Grant, Hannah, if you want me to leave this place up to you two newbies, then prove that you're up for the task.
What?
I don't care who goes first. Show me what you've got.
First, there's always a battle. Alright, you want me to show them what I'm working on real quick?
Get a line.
If I can beat Blue, then I can go get revenge for Marowak. That's right, I think maybe I can really do this. Grant, you want to go first?
Okay. Guess we're facing off against Blue. So you're my first challenger, huh, Grant? Yep. That's what I like to hear. Here I go.
Want me to show this or not?
That's up to you.
Okay, just so we're clear, Hannah the whole time is making a sweater. I'm making a birthday sweater for myself, so it's a V-neck sweater.
Yeah, talk
So,
just a pinch.
Yes, I'm making myself a sweater, so that's what I'm doing. Rod didn't even do the Gary voice. Who was supposed to?
I was trying.
Yeah.
I mean, did what highly annoying enough?
Also, hi Diddley, we're glad you're here.
I was
Now
trying,
we're glad
bro.
you're here too.
I was trying. I promise you, I was trying. All right, let's see. Let's give this executor the yawn. You ain't heard it?
Grant.
Hey, I was trying. I was giving it a shot. But you.
Great, just go
All
back
right,
to your normal.
Hannah's gonna step away for a minute. She'll be back in a few minutes. All right. So we hit it with the yawn. All right, let's hit it with the headbutt now. Let's see if we can try to bring down this executor. So how's everybody doing this weekend? This week? Y'all have a good weekend? We actually had a pretty good weekend this weekend. It went well. Spent some time with some family. Just today, we got to hang out with some of our church members and hang out for a little while. Some of the kids come and we got them together and had them play Mario Kart for a little while. So we kind of did an in-church tournament with the kids, and they had a blast. They had a really good time, I think. All right, let's see if we can bring down this executor with a good headbutt. There we go. And hopefully our internet's doing a lot better today too. We're not doing a whole bunch of downloading today, so that should make things a lot better. All right, so Blue's about to use Charizard. So yeah, let's switch out and put Riley in. If Blue's gonna use Charizard, then Riley should be the good way to go. Snuck a yawn in, y'all. Hannah didn't let me have an afternoon nap today, so I'm probably gonna yawn a few times. All right, let's see if we can get a good surf in. Hey, that yawn's what happens when you miss your afternoon nap, okay? I mean, this is just the way it goes sometimes. You don't get an afternoon nap, you get a yawn in. Nice. And it looked like that's all that Blue had was 2 Pokemon. Yep. Exactly what I expect from a Pallet Town trainer. Nice. Get a good bit of money off that too. That's what we want. Oh man, so you really are ready for Team Rocket. I feel pretty good about leaving this place in your hands. Then you're next, Hannah. Come at me. I'm just getting warmed up. Alright, so let's check her team, make sure they're healed up. No, but I think we'll be okay for the moment. Let's do a quick save right there because we beat Blue. Or at least we beat Blue's test, I should say. And let's start working our way around Silph. Elevator may not be... we'll just start floor by floor. Let's go to floor 2 to begin with and work our way around. Let's see, we're probably gonna use the steps the rest of the way. I don't like using the teleport pads until I absolutely have to. I like to go around and battle everybody first as best we can. Hey kid, what are you wondering here for? So let's see if we can defeat these rockets. Can't just take the stairs. I didn't realize the stairs were... Yeah, I missed them. I should have, but yeah. I just jumped on the elevator instead. It was the first doorway I seen, so I wasn't thinking about it. Alright. Yeah, I think we can hit Eradicate with a Thunderbolt and it should be okay. There we go. Nice hard hit. Ooh, Super Fang. Never one of my favorites. I mean, it's a great move, considering it cuts the HP in half usually, but it's never good for us. There we go, and down goes Eradicate. Of course, we didn't knock out Blue's Eradicate like Red did, so thankfully we're not the ones responsible for Eradicate not being in his team anymore. Alright, let's see if there's... Ooh, there's another grunt right there. Is there anything else out this way? There's a scientist and an item on the floor back there. Okay, let's start battling these guys. Are all the floors open from the start? Because I don't think that's right. No, not all the floors are. There's a few floors when you get up to the top that you have to have the key for. and eventually you get a chance to get the key, but I find it easier to go this way, and then after I've gotten the key, to go back and clean the rooms up and start the... I don't like using the teleport pads until I absolutely have to, because the teleport pads, they get confusing to me really quick. And I know I could go pull a map up or something like that and see exactly where each one leads to, but I just find it easier doing it this way, and I'm pretty sure I know about where the key's at and how to get the key. So it's gonna be one of those things that once I get there, we'll go grab the key. Oh, this dude's getting nothing but coughing. Oh boy. That's okay. Looks like Thunderbolt's doing us some good. Ooh, nice hit. I just wish it would have knocked out that coughing all the way altogether. Well, let's use a headbutt. See if we can bring it down. And yes, I know I didn't wear a uniform tonight. I've got my Super Mario shirt on. Because like I said, we hung out with some of the kids at the church and hosted a Mario Kart tournament for them. So I wore my Super Mario shirt for them. So I just never changed out of it. I just figured, you know, I'm not gonna change into a uniform right now. Just not in the mood to do it. Besides, it's a Mario shirt, right? I mean, it's still a video game shirt. That counts, right? I'll wear a uniform tomorrow night. I'm just being lazy. Nice, nice. Alright, let's go defeat this scientist over here so we can grab whatever that item is. It's off limits here. Go home. Yeah, well, we're here to defeat a whole bunch of you rocket guys. Just need a couple of yawns in on y'all tonight. Kind of tough to fight them off tonight. It'll be alright. We will make it through, and we will... Ooh, rest ain't gonna do us any good. Yawn? Okay, we'll use yawn. I know, I'm just messing with you, Diddley, but still. Bob can use his yawn, and we'll switch out Bob here in just a moment. Who do we put in, though? You know what? Nile will do good, I think. Because usually grass is resilient to electricity. Doesn't stop it, but it's at least to where it doesn't hit as hard. Maybe that's the best way to say it. Resistant to electricity. That's it. That's the word I'm looking for. All right. Let's hit it hard, let Mega Drain and heal up our Nile. There we go. Welcome in, everybody. Appreciate everybody coming to join us tonight. Thank y'all for coming and hanging out tonight. We are just working our way through Silph to see if we can... Silph Co. to see if we can defeat Team Rocket and try to earn our 6th gym badge from Sabrina tonight, if we get that far. Silph Co. usually does take some time, so we're gonna see how this plays out. Ooh, X attack. Okay, we'll save that for later. Probably sell it, because that's not gonna do us any good. Ooh, those doors are locked, but we do have an item here. Super Potion. We'll take that. Alright, let's head back out to where the stairwells are, and let's head up to the next floor. And I did it right this time. I took the stairs this time. Alright, so no jump pad yet. I work for Silph Co. What am I to do? Just hang tight, dude. You're alright. We got this. Okay, there's an item over here. X special defense. That's another good one we'll be able to sell later down the line. And if you get in our way, then you'll really be in our way. That is so ingenious of you, Rocket Guy. That's why he's a grunt and not a boss. Alright, a haunter? Oh, we can do this. We got this. And even better so, Bob can handle it. Alright, Bob. Hit him with that yawn. Nice. Alright, let's see if we can... Ooh. We can rest up ourselves. Heal up Bob. And then Haunter should fall asleep here in a moment. Yep, there he goes. And so we can just let the sleep turns play out. But we're gonna Thunderbolt him whenever Bob wakes up. Ah, Haunter's asleep as well. We like that. That's what we want. How a yawn gonna make another person drowsy? Well, I mean, yawns are contagious. Oh, Haunter woke up. Alright, Bob, I need you to wake up, buddy. Bob. Bob, wake up. Come on. Bob. Dude. Don't let this Haunter get the best of us. There we go. Use that Thunderbolt, buddy. They're not contagious to me. No? You don't yawn when you see other people yawn? So when I yawn, it doesn't make you want to yawn? Not that I'm trying to make y'all yawn, but I'm just kind of curious now. You got my curiosity spiked. Oh, okay, well, fair enough. Some people are just not affected by yawns. Most people say yawns are contagious, but not everybody. Nile leveled up. Dratini leveled up. Ooh, Dragon Tail. Yes, that is a good move. 60 power, 90 accuracy. Yeah, let's drop Wrap. Wrap is just not doing it, I don't think. Yes, Dratini learned Dragon Tail. Nice. Alright, let's see what's going on out this way. Alright, nothing that way but a jump pad. And a jump pad there. Okay, so it doesn't look like there's too much going on this floor. And I can't open that door yet. And that's right, there's nothing that way. That's right. Alright, so let's head on up to the next floor. Yeah, nothing there because there's windows. Oh, I didn't see him at first. Oh well. Team Rocket has taken control of Silph Co. Oh boy. So let's see if we can defeat this grunt. Hopefully he's not too crazy. Oh, he's got a rat-a-tat. That should be easy enough. Alright, Bob, hit him hard with that Thunderbolt. There we go. Let's see what his second Pokemon is. So how's everybody doing this week? Y'all have a pretty good week this week? Anything outside the normal happened yet? Or is it just a typical week so far? Of course, then again, it is Monday, so yeah, we are just kind of getting the week started, aren't we? Oh, what did you guys think about the Super Mario Kart videos? Put up in conjunction with the Mario Kart World. Did you guys like that idea? I thought it was a lot of fun just playing some old school Mario Kart. Oh, he poisoned poor Bob. Alright, Bob, hit him with that Thunderbolt. Maybe not. Alright, Bob, rest. Let's see if we can get rid of that poison. How new game old school. How a new game old school. I'm not quite sure where you're going with that, what you mean by that one, Diddley, but yeah, I mean, that was the idea, comparing the old school game to the new school game. I thought it was a lot of fun. I thought it was kind of a clever idea, but, you know. we got all this new Mario Kart everybody's been discussing and going over, and here I am playing like the original Mario Kart, Super Mario Kart, the first Mario Kart game ever to come out. But hey, it was a lot of fun. I enjoyed doing those videos, so I was hoping you guys would enjoy them as well. And they did okay. It seemed like you guys enjoyed them well and all. Alright, down goes Grimer. Okay, and that's it. The grunt's done. Alright, let's keep looking around here. A jump pad and a door we can't go into yet. Same here. But we can go in here. Yeah, it's funny because he looked right past us when he turned, but he didn't actually look at us in a straight line, so it didn't affect him. But it's funny how he then, after he gets a good look at us straight on, that's when he says there's an intruder alert. It's like, dude, you looked just past us just now. Not Super Mario Kart or Mario Kart World. Specifically Super Mario Kart. That was the one that I did early and put some tried to put some effort into for you guys to enjoy as a look back to where Mario Kart started at. And don't get me wrong, playing Mario Kart the other night, that was a lot of fun, and I'm glad we were able to figure out how to do a tournament, which is looks like that's how everybody's doing tournaments right now, is doing the method we did. I ignored ignore my message then. I wasn't paying attention. Nah, it's okay. It's quite alright, Diddley. But yeah, whenever we figured out how to do the rooms using the room code, that is not what I should have done. That was going to be the best way. It looks like we're going to be able to do tournaments. See, that looks like what everybody else is doing in Mario Kart World. Welcome in, Lamb. What's shaking with you? How's things going for you? Hannah was in and out. She may be back here in a moment. Hang on just a moment. Appreciate that for just a moment. Pam and I needed to talk for just a moment here, but we are still here. Give me a moment and I will fix the camera. Hello.
Hi.
Hello, world. Lamb's in.
Hi, Lamb. Hi. We had a bit of a family emergency, so I might pop back out again. So I have my emotional support blanket here. Thank you, Dudley. Thank you.
Yeah, so if y'all see me change the camera and maybe mute for a brief moment, it's probably Hannah stepping away. Don't worry about it. It's not a big deal. We're good.
Yeah, we're not. He's like, the stream is fine. It's just I may or not be able to stay on.
Yeah, I'll just do adjustments based on what Hannah needs at that moment. So just stick with me. We'll do our normal thing here with us, but Hannah may step away.
Oh, we gotta film the cooking corner this week. That's what
yes, we do. We did talk about that.
Hi, Liam. Hi, Liam. Liam, there's a new podcast episode today, and there's gonna be a whole bunch of new videos next week. But look, Liam. It's a birthday sweater. Wait, this way. It's this way. It's a V-neck birthday sweater. And I'm trying to hurry and finish it because I'm gonna start a new one Wednesday. So I need to finish this one before Wednesday. So. It's good. Sometimes when life happens, you need a good knitting project and an emotional support blanket.
There you go.
And you'll be happy to know your Ricky update for the evening
Yes.
is Ricky took her medicine in hand, and Mr. Grant did not have to be a bad guy.
I didn't have time to be a bad guy, honestly.
I saw the upload but didn't get the chance to watch Travel later today. Okay, well thanks, Sam. I appreciate it. And no rush. I just figured I'd mention it.
That's my plan. Is that we've been busy today, so I haven't slowed down to a chance to watch it either.
It's funny, Grant's on vacation this week, but we're pretty well booked for the whole week.
So much for being lazy on my vacation. Hannah just won't let me.
Well, we take the opportunity to make sure we see our family and things like that when we have a chance to, so.
But like I was telling y'all earlier, we did go hang out with the kids at the church today, and we hosted a Mario Kart tournament for them, and they had a real blast, it seems like.
Yeah, and that took half of our day, and then we were at the grocery store, and then it ended up at a family dinner, so.
Yes. And now here we are hanging out with you guys, our online family. So
Busy
thank y'all.
day.
Thank y'all. It's been a family-filled
This
day.
week is NAIC.
Yes, the end of the week, Friday and Saturday, we will be going to NAIC.
If anybody's going to be there, please post in Discord, let us know.
Yes.
And if you have a spot in the Pokemon Center, also please let us know, because we didn't get a spot for the Pokemon Center.
Well, there's that too.
I'm
so
upset.
much free time. How about an off-screen Grant's cooking corner?
Grant's knitting corner.
Yeah, I don't know about that. But Hannah and I have been talking about doing the filming the cooking corner episode
Yes,
that I owe
and
you
somebody
guys.
who has a bigger kitchen than us has offered to let us film in their kitchen so we can get better light and better angles. And then I think it's easier because it's not our home, so you won't know whose home it is, but you'll know it's not ours. You know, like, so it just
That's fair.
it keeps everybody safe for a long term. So
That's fair. What is it, Mr. Archer? You know that kid? Huh? Oh, well, it's you.
huh, Grant? You know that old guy?
So you're feeling foolish to get
Fearful.
foolish enough to get in our way?
Is that it?
Do what?
It says, "Is that it?" Then?
Oh, I thought you were, Okay, never mind. Yes, is that it? Ah, she's messing with me. What a brave little boys.
Wait, aren't they the ones who are getting in our way?
Not even. Mr. Archer saying you're in his way all right. You want to go home in tears or what? Calm yourself. I'll teach these children a good lesson. All right, so looks like we're gonna do a double battle.
Liam, I think you're right. We should do a knitting corner. Who's Archer?
Look, I was looking at Hannah's knitting earlier and I was getting confused and I don't even know what I'm looking at.
All you do is you stick it front to back, swoop, pull through. Front to back, swoop, pull through.
Nope, lost already. Archer is one of the grunts, the executives in Team Rocket. You see him more in like Gold and Silver. Gold and Silver and the like Heart Gold and Soul Silver specifically. They're named, and that's where Archer came in at.
I'm gonna have a disclaimer here. I'm waiting on a phone call, so my alerts are gonna be on.
So if the thing's very loud in my ear, I can quickly hit the mute button. She's not paying me any attention on the thing.
Alright.
It's quite alright. Quite alright, we know there's things going on.
Yeah. So if you hear alerts or something going off, it's
Just something you gotta take, yeah. So Archer is, it's like he's an executive in Team Rocket. There's a couple others like Mars. Well, no, Mars is, I'm sorry, Galactic, wasn't it? I'm sorry, wrong game. There was another one though. I can't remember her name off the top of my head though. But there was a lady with red hair. But yeah, there are a couple of execs in Team Rocket that were later introduced, more so in Heart Gold and Soul Silver. It grants everything corner. Make him the new Tom Scott. Oh boy.
Tom Scott.
Oh man, I don't remember a thing about Generation 2 plot. Okay, gotcha. Well, Generation 2 plot for Team Rocket is they were trying to bring back Giovanni and get Team Rocket back together. Getting a little warm?
No, I need my hands to move faster if I'm gonna have any hope of finishing this in time.
not to spoil the major points of the story, we won't spoil those. But as far as the Team Rocket goes, yeah, they were working towards trying to get Team Rocket back together in Gen 2. And the executives, like Archer, were working on trying to get Team Rocket back together mainly. And like I said, in Heart Gold and Soul Silver is where you kind of get more of their story overall. You hear more about Archer specifically by name. And Heart Gold and Gold and Silver and Crystal, he's more of just like a rocket exec, I think is what they call him. They don't actually give him a name. I don't think that I can remember. That's funny because I'm playing through playthrough of Silver right now on my own, and I don't remember them calling him Archer specifically. What, you had something to say?
No, I'm just looking.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, my brain is going in all directions.
That's understandable. Alright, let's see if we can bring... Wow, that Cubone's really getting with it. Nice one. Kind of makes me want to put a Cubone on the team. Let's just use Razor Leaf. Let's see if we can bring down that,
Somebody get that guy a Pepto.
a Pepto.
He's gassy.
Oh. And I got jokes over here.
Also, Gravy is going with us to NAIC this year. I'm so excited. Gravy gets to go
Gravy
back.
came from NAIC
I
last
know,
year.
Gravy gets to go back home.
Oh.
Gravy, do we
Well.
get him in the actual Pokemon Center? I don't think. We got him.
No, we found
couldn't-
him in
we
the
couldn't
extra
find him in the Pokemon
shops.
Center.
Yeah, we found him in the shops upstairs.
But I also have a Ponyta too, so I might bring my Ponyta. So it was funny, we went to NAIC last year. Everybody was walking around with these in their backpack, like hanging. It's hard to tell. Let me see if you could, like, actually. Nope, he is just washed out beyond belief.
Poor little Gravy. He's so pink. He's being overblown, saturated.
But people were holding these in their backpacks. Like they were like sticking out, like they were riding in their backpack, and some people had them like on their shoulder and stuff. So
That's how we did ours.
yeah, so Gravy ended up riding in his backpack because my purse was small. This year, now that we know what's up, it's kind of like it's like a status thing.
Yup.
Who do you carry with you?
Gravy goes with us. Gravy
Yes.
the star.
But what are you gonna carry Gravy, or am I gonna carry Gravy?
Are you carrying a backpack?
I'm gonna have like a purse backpack, like a little one.
If you have enough room, maybe.
That's what I'm saying, because if not, I might carry my Ponyta.
You can carry Ponyta and I can carry Gravy then if you want.
Yeah. And then we gotta get what's the one we have to get this year? The Ricky one.
Oh, you want to find a Dosh one?
A Dashbun.
Yeah. Dashbun was a new Pokemon introduced in Gen 9 that is a pastry dog, basically.
Which really
The-
fits Ricky.
Well, it looks like what kind of dog is that?
A
It's
Dachshund.
Dachshund. Thank you. My brain just
And Ricky
locked
is
up.
a Chiweenie, which is a Dachshund Chihuahua mix, so it fits.
Mhm.
But I feel like so we had Lucy and Ricky.
Had Lucy.
Had Lucy. Lucy has passed. And then we have Ricky. So Lucy and Ricky, like, I love Lucy, but then their child on the show is Lil Ricky. So I feel like the Dachshund we should name Lil Ricky. I feel like that's how this needs to go at NAIC.
Maybe, but I feel like little Ricky's gonna need boxing gloves then. Welcome in, Mama D. Appreciate you coming
Hi,
to hang
Mama
out
D.
tonight. You know, it's little Ricky.
He's a little boy on the show. It'd be perfect for Dachshund.
Yeah, but we gotta have little Ricky. I mean, you guys get where I'm going with that, right? That's just how it feels, right? You know, it's little Ricky.
Okay, sir. He has
Diddley
been.
gets it.
Grant has been in vacation
William
mode all
gets
day
it.
today, and it has been a lot. Grant has been a whole grade and a half today.
Never told Hannah I was holding back. I'm on vacation, and vacation calories don't count.
Just vacation sass apparently doesn't count. Are y'all naming the Basset? No, ma'am. We're when we go to NAIC this weekend, there's little like Pokemon you can get, and people get them and they carry them in their backpacks. It's like their companion Pokemon. So we're bringing Gravy back to NAIC, but also we're talking about getting one called a Dachshund, which is like a pastry a pastry dog looking one, and it looks like a dachshund. So we're thinking about getting that one, and I told Grant we should get that and name it Lil Ricky.
And I said we gotta call it Lil Ricky.
And I was thinking we have like Lucy and Ricky from I Love Lucy, and their kid was Lil Ricky, and Grant is.
So now we're gonna have Lil Ricky. I feel like he needs a pair of boxing gloves. I just feel like it works. It's it's Lil Ricky.
Okay, how many times are you gonna say?
I have no idea. I'm just enjoying it.
Oh, please let me help.
So it wasn't just a stroke of luck that let you beat me last time. I understand now. Well, we'll have to be more careful about you two. Out of the way!
Night, dude. Good night, Niall. Thanks for stopping by.
Night now. Get you some rest. Hopefully we'll see you tomorrow night.
I'm gonna try and film a little bit at NAIC and see if we can do a little vlog style video about NAIC and our experience.
Sure.
Do you think they're gonna oh, hey look, that grunt dropped something. Do you think they're gonna have the new Pokemon to play?
ZA? No, it's not coming out till October, and this is only June. 4 months out. I don't think they'll have anything. I don't even think they'll have an announcement about it, truth be told. I think they'll strictly keep it on International and Worlds on the championship. Now they may say something about maybe we'll use the Switch 2 next year. As of this year, as of right now, the Switch 2 is not the main competitive console to be used. We know that. They're sticking with Generation 1 Switches.
Well, that makes sense because it's in the middle of a competitive season. And NAIC vid sounds cool. Yeah, if y'all have seen the beginning of the unboxing video we just did on the channel, that's kind of the aesthetic we're going for. So if y'all like that aesthetic, we'll kind of keep doing it. The idea is just to kind of demo some new stuff on the channel and see what y'all think. Try and expand and grow the gaming corner.
That's the idea. You guys are helping us grow as a community, so we figured we would start growing our content and our format. And Hannah does really good with editing, honestly.
I try.
Her editing skills is way better than mine. And she's very quick at it. Don't let her, act like she's not. She is very good at what she does. She's cranked out a lot of this stuff very quickly. Things like Fails of the Kingdom is taking a little longer because of how much content she has to go through on mine. But like I've been watching her work on some of her stuff, like the podcast that she just put up. She went through it so quickly, just an hour or so, maybe a little longer.
An hour and a half,
give or take, and she had it up. She had it posted and ready to go. So, yeah, she's good at the editing thing.
Got a workflow. You just gotta get in your workflow and get in your groove,
I gotta learn how to use the tools to begin with. I don't understand the editing tools personally.
That's part of why I'm an Apple person. What does Hannah use to edit videos? I actually use iMovie, honestly. I've thought about upgrading to something else. It's definitely going to be a slow transition if I do. I think I use a mix of iMovie and Canva. I learned how to use Canva with teacher stuff, so sometimes I can finagle around things that iMovie won't let me do by using Canva. I use a lot of the green screen feature in iMovie, so I can put things that I need to move or pop in or out on a green screen in Canva, and then when I import it into iMovie, I can just use the green screen feature to kind of give me that movement. So if you ever see like the pop-ups of the different patterns and stuff, that's all green screen. But yeah, iMovie's been good, and that's part of why I always have an Apple computer, is I just use all those tools a lot.
And see, I have DaVinci Resolve downloaded on my computer, and I've played with it a little bit, but I'm not good at it. I don't understand the overall tools of it yet. So I don't do a lot of editing yet. I mean,
truth be told, I've been playing around with editing in some form or fashion for probably the last 10 years of my life, at least, if not 15. I used Windows. Okay, so way back in the day.
Oh boy, here's a history story, y'all. Hang in there.
My brother is a huge Taylor Swift fan. So back in the day when Taylor Swift released, I think it was her Fearless album. No, it was Speak Now. That's what it was on Speak Now. So I think that's her third album. She released a song called Enchanted. And she had these Easter eggs and these songs about who all the songs are about. If you look in the lyrics and found all the capital letters, you could figure out what each song or who each song was about. So Enchanted was about Adam Young, I think is his name. the guy who does Owl City, saying that it was enchanting to meet Adam. And then he did a response and did a version of the song saying, I was enchanted to meet you too. So what I did is, since my brother was such a huge fan of both Taylor Swift and Owl City, I edited together a mashup of the two songs and did pictures and stuff and blended the two songs together. So it kind of went back and forth in the song. And that was back, I mean, when that came out, I think it was probably 2011, 2012 maybe. So yeah, that was some of, not my earliest editing work, but close to it. And that was Windows Movie Maker back in the day when that was a thing.
How do you like DaVinci Resolve, Lamb? I know very little about editing, so you're not gonna hurt my feelings if you tell me you like it or hate it one way or the other. Because I know so little about it that, you know, just be honest. Since I'm just curious. But yeah, I've got to get to learning my editing skills.
I'd be curious to see your thoughts too, Lamb. I'm definitely in the market to, like, I feel like I'm starting to outgrow iMovie and I'm kind of ready to upgrade and be more professional, but obviously it's just so expensive and they don't really do like a demo trial of these things. They're like, hey, buy a year license, and that's really intimidating.
Nice thing is though, DaVinci Resolve is free.
Right, and that's a free one. I've just never, I don't know if they put it out on, does it work on Mac or is it only Windows?
I don't
That one might be a
know.
Windows only.
I don't know. I'd have to go back to the website and look.
Also, it sounds like there is some weather moving in, so if there's any blips in our internet, so sorry.
Yes, but it'll be good sleeping weather for tonight, I'll tell you that. Got a little light thunder in the background. I hear it rolling in. Okay, so nothing too major going on in here. Let's go around the outside. But yeah, DaVinci Resolve seems like it's a pretty good editing program from what I've seen. I see a lot of professionals like to use it. I think they open up an option for a subscription if there's certain features that you want to add in, but otherwise the base editing program is free, if I'm understanding it right.
I might play around with that if you have it installed on this computer.
It's on there.
I really like it. I've used a few video editing like Premiere and Vegas Pro. Not an expert in them, but I know my way around it.
There it is right there.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I've got
Good
it on my
for
desktop.
good just for very basic video editing. See, that's kind of where I'm at, is like I want to have being able to put these clips together and getting the movement between the two clips and being able to place things exactly where I want them on the screen. That is my biggest problem with iMovie, is I don't have a way to place things exactly where I want them on the screen, especially text and like formatting the text and how it works. And obviously audio editing is a big part of that too. Getting that how I want it and having points where it gets louder and softer and ebbs and flows. And there used to be like ways to do it, and it's like, I don't know if they're taking these things out in the updates, but it feels like every time I go to edit, like especially audio features, that there's less, and I don't know why, if they've reconfigured it and I can't find it, but it's been very aggravating because that happened in his Switch unboxing video. I was really struggling to edit the audio, and I was having to just set it at one level, and I was looking like online, like trying to see there has to be a way, because I used to be able to add points in the audio and it wouldn't let me splice it or anything. So I don't know if I was gonna have to splice the whole clip, and that's what I should have done, but it was very frustrating.
Time to start hitting some University of YouTube.
Yeah. Well,
Actually, that's about what I need to do too.
I'm on break now, so at least for a couple weeks. I feel like we're already almost halfway through my summer break, which is so crazy. Like,
You can do that in DaVinci and more. Also good with EQing audio and adding effects to it.
and that's
Ooh, very
definitely
nice.
something I could use. Can you layer audio, or can you only have one audio? Because that's the thing too, is sometimes I'll layer. I'm more familiar with music software. Yes. I'm actually not great with music software. I can do basic stuff. I'm used to mixing live. I'm not used to going in the back end and doing all that. You can layer audio. Okay, good. I might really have to play around with that then.
Well, it's on the computer, so
Yeah,
Just
I
log
just
into
need
your
to
profile
see,
and it should
because
be
whatever I do, I really need to have it accessible on my Mac, so I can do it on the go.
well, I mean, if you just want to practice it on here and see,
Who's Bob? Wait, why did you?
Snorlax.
Sorry, why did you name him Bob?
that's what chat wanted.
Oh, okay. I was
Oh.
curious.
Look, every Pokemon we've named so far has been named by chat, not by me.
I didn't know if he was named after like Bob Wolf or something.
Nope. Well, I mean, if that's what chat went for, I have no idea.
Okay.
But somewhere down the line, chat just decided that this is Bob, and Well, Bob the Snorlax.
What about Bob?
Well,
That's a movie.
oh, I was going to say, because Bob the Snorlax. There's nothing about him. He steps in, he tanks the hit, he does what he's got to do, and he goes home.
Grant,
He
look
goes
at
to
the
bed.
Snorlax at NAIC.
We're going to get Bob the Snorlax?
Mm-hmm. Life size.
Excuse me? We don't have a vehicle big enough. Well, I mean, I guess we could take the truck. He can ride in the bed of the truck.
We'll just strap him to the top and he can go flap.
Life size. I don't think he would fit on top.
We'll get him on the plane and put like a big.
More than just one seat for him. Music production software actually is great for just auto editing, and it's free. Okay.
I am familiar with Audacity. I have definitely used some Audacity back in the day. Good grief. That I think is what I did to edit the two songs together. I think I did that.
The audacity of it all.
Yeah. You act like I can't throw this back to you.
I mean, that's fair.
You act like I haven't had all day to practice throwing it back to you.
That's fair too. We have been at it. We have thrown some at each other today. It has
In
been
playful,
going pretty
fun
good.
jest, we've had fun.
Oh yeah.
Find somebody nice that you can go to the grocery store with and have fun at the grocery store. If you enjoy walking through the grocery store with somebody, it means you found a good one.
Oh, we were having some fun this afternoon. She even let me mess with the strangers.
You mean the baby?
You were singing to the baby.
I wasn't singing to the baby, I was just watching the baby. So this baby,
Oh,
we went
okay.
to go to the checkout line. We were checking out, and the baby in the
In the
row
other
behind
line.
us was just screaming.
No, they're in the other line.
Yeah, the other line, like the next
Yeah, next line
checkout
over.
line
Yeah.
over.
They weren't
Was
waiting for us to get
screaming.
done. They were doing their own checkout thing.
Like literally, it was like, I'm tired, I'm cranky. That's like the second or third. I'm tired, I'm cranky, I'm ready to go home. And like, and the
I agreed with the kid.
yeah, somebody didn't get their nap today. But
Told y'all. Told y'all I missed it.
but the mom, Hannah's yawning. Yes, Hannah's yawning, and that's what summer break with a full night's rest. That's bad.
She
But
didn't
I
get
was
a nap
up.
either.
I did not, and I was up pretty early today. I was up editing. So this baby is screaming, and the mom just looks, and she's like, "If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands." The baby looks. It's like, and then it got to, "If you're happy and you know it, say hooray." And the baby would wait, and go, "Hooray!" That in the line, and it was so cute.
Before you knew it, like both lines, like the cashiers were singing,
Everybody-
Hannah was singing with the baby, the mom was singing. It was like everybody in this little vicinity was all singing to this kid. to
And
get this kid
everybody
happy.
was like, every time the baby would go, "Hooray!" Like all of us were just giggling at this baby. It was the
Oh,
cutest
yeah.
thing ever. And then when we went to go to our car, the baby came by and Grant was making smiley faces at the baby.
She gave me a stank eye, so that is what it is.
So yes, Grant was messing with the strangers. By the stranger, some random person's baby.
I mean, you were singing to the baby, so
I didn't sing. I just was like little.
okay.
My music teacher self came up. I was like, "Yes, go baby, go."
Hannah was getting into it. Okay.
I have never related to a moment more when it's like there's like, how do I explain it? Okay, good example. When you're in class, you're trying to get them lined up to go, and then somebody just throws up on the floor, and they're like obviously sick, and I'm like, you got to get everybody else out of the room. Like, you get the sick person out, but then how do you get these children to not freak out? It's like, here's the little train going up the track, and all the kids get in line and make a train, and you it's like, I feel like being a parent is like being a circus performer sometimes, where you have to just put on a show to get the people where you want them to be.
So y'all will understand the next time that Hannah gets us in the grocery store, and I just randomly start singing "The wheels on the bus go round and round." Let's just see where this goes. We will play this out as it happens.
But I'm not a baby. I'm not a child. Yeah.
It's got her laughing though. Obviously, it's gonna trigger something. No, you really want to embarrass somebody in the store? I got a really good one for you. We caught Charmander a long time ago. We finally evolved it up a few streams back.
It's okay.
That's
Diddley, I
Firetail.
missed it too.
Hang on, I could have some water now.
We made Grant giggle too.
Yeah, a little bit. Sorry.
I might go try on the sweater a little bit.
Yay. Anna's gonna try on her sweater.
Not for stream, sorry. I think it's still a crop top.
Okay, yeah. She'll try it on for me.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fixing to get my voice back in a second.
Goodness.
Something was trying to choke me.
The wheels
All
on
right.
the bus really got Grant.
Apparently, these wheels are horrible wheels. Throw them away. Start over again.
Yeah, we're gonna have to see about this weather. I don't know if y'all can hear. Slight Grant man voice. I have not done that video. Diddley, we gotta get together on that. Do the video. I'm Grant man.
Yeah.
Wait, you gotta get it where it's like the screen is black here, so you're underlit like that. It's I'm Grant man. No, like, but you have to have the screen black. Like that's the thing. It's like you have to get it dark enough. Slight Great Man voice. That should be like the first emote you get when we unlock like emojis and stuff, like Great Man.
Maybe. We'll see.
Great Man.
So, if you really want to mess with somebody in the grocery store, this is my favorite. And I did this with my mom years ago, and Hannah's due. I just haven't gotten her yet.
I know where this is going though. I know exactly what you're gonna say.
Which one is this?
Marco!
No.
Oh, really?
No. This is not Marco.
Okay, so
Marco Polo is truly to find somebody when you, where you at? I love.
yeah, so he just yells across the store, Marco!
Yeah, well, I have done that, but I'm looking for you. That's the one I don't like when everybody yells back Polo, because it's like, well, which one is mine? Which Polo belongs to me? No, the one that will really get somebody, and I like doing this one at like Christmas time, when the store is packed, and I'm talking about packed because of Christmas shoppers.
Oh no.
And I got my mom with this one, and we keep a tally run, and so far I've got the best score. But you do the Red Robin, and you wait for the yums, but you got to count the yums. How many do you earn in the middle of the store? I got the record of 3 right now. My little brother and my dad have not been brave enough to attempt this. Apparently, I'm the only one brave enough to embarrass my mom in the middle of Walmart.
Yeah. We got one, chat. We got one.
See? See?
Wait, chat. Here we go.
Did you want me to do it?
No.
What was that?
Red Robin.
Oh, you ain't gonna embarrass me.
I know, but we'll see how many I get.
Oh, it'll be so much better in the store. Promise you.
Yeah, I'm the one who wouldn't do it at the store. Yum. I got 2. I got 2. I need 2 more.
Nice.
Okay, I'm just gonna say this too. We don't have a Red Robin near here, and I'm so sad because I love Red Robin. It's so good.
No, we don't have one near us.
I want.
Did got a question mark, yum?
Yum. I got 3. I got 3. Do I have a 4th? Do we have a 4th?
But yeah, you want to embarrass some people in the middle of the grocery store? Pull that one
So
off.
Mama D says yum. Liam is yum.
Well, that's how it's
Diddley is
Oh, Papa D got it.
yum. Papa D, yum. Yes, I am the new champion. First time out. I haven't even practiced well, Grant.
All right, fair. Now I want to see you do this in the middle of the grocery store.
We'll see.
She might actually be brave enough to pull it off one time. But I'm only ever gonna get it out of her once.
What
Watch.
we do is we make sure I'm super, super tired, so I'm deliriously tired. And we get me a giant cup of coffee. Yeah, but I'm not in the store at this time of night. I'm in my pajamas. Also, yes, hello, Papa D. We forgot
Yeah.
to just say hi. Sorry, it's different in the store. Improvise. So you could
Yeah, let's see how many you get off of that one. In the store, I mean.
Pizza Hut, Pizza Hut, fried chicken and a pizza. Ooh, this was lighting outside the window.
I got scratchy ear.
Just another
I don't
disclaimer.
remember that one.
We had something come up, so you're gonna hear my phone go off in the background. I just need to keep my alerts on so I can get notified.
Yeah, and I'll
So,
dip out in a few
Yeah,
minutes.
I might need to dip out. I don't know. We'll see. Might be
Nothing
out.
big, just something she's got to take care
Yeah,
of. Don't worry
family
about
thing
it.
came up.
I just want you guys. She just don't want you guys to be surprised when she dips out,
Yeah.
and it goes back to just being me. Just means she's going to handle something, but no big deal. All right, there's the rolling thunder. I hear it in the background
Yeah.
now. I don't know if I don't think you guys are hearing it. I'm not hearing it through the headset. Whoops.
Yeah.
I gotta move Gravy down.
Me?
Gravy's big head is right in the way of my status bar there.
Just say my name again to summon Hannah. It's thunder and good, but here, yeah. It's definitely rolling in.
Lamb, lamb, lamb.
Lamb!
Just like a Beetlejuice thing.
Ugh. Lamb is better than Beetlejuice.
Okay,
we'll keep Lamb around.
You say it 3 times and you summon them.
You summoned me, honestly.
That's the truth. Yes. All I have to do is say Lamb's name one time and Hannah just
It
pops
was
out of
funny.
nowhere.
I was about to burst out laughing because when I stepped out earlier, I was trying to make some phone calls. There was a family kind of emergency situation that came up. I'm kind of
All's
waiting.
good. She's got it handled.
Well, yeah, I'm waiting on some things. I'm okay. We're not in any imminent danger. We're okay. There's just some things. Ooh.
Thunder.
Anyway, so I come walking back in after having
And the thunder rolls. Sorry.
I come back in after having handled all of this, and then I hear Grant say, "Oh, hey, Lamb," as I come rounding the corner. I'm like, that just makes perfect sense. I wasn't even trying to be summoned. It just happened. As soon as Lamb's name is said, I'm summoned.
It's the
So.
way this works. Lamb and Hannah got this thing going on. They got this crafting thing and this editing thing, and yeah, they like to mess with each other, I
Some
believe.
people just can't be as cool as Lamb, you know? I try, but
You heard it a bit. Oh, y'all are hearing the thunder?
oh, while we have you guys here, what should Grant cook for Grant's cooking corner? I feel
What's-
like we ought to do Twinkie Moon Pie.
what's
Question, answer.
the question?
Yes, Diddley.
Should I fear this question? Can you customize carts in Mario Kart World? No.
Yeah.
Well, you can put
You can-
stickers on it,
Yeah.
but you're not as far as like your stats. The carts are all set up with their own individual stats.
Yeah, and you don't pick like your paraglider and wheels or anything like that. Like
No.
it's like each cart. But the stats, to me, the metagame of the new Mario Kart, coins matter. I don't know if they matter as much as they did in Mario Kart 8, but they still definitely matter. And to me,
Something like
the
that was
weight of your character and the weight of your cart matters. So I think you have to really choose a combination that works for you. As far as, like, for me, what I'm noticing is how I drift. I'm not going to say which strategy I go with, but how I drift, it very much so matters to me. The weight of my character and the weight of my cart and the handling of my cart with that. I'm noticing that matters a lot.
I'm super picky about my vegetables. I'll tell you that.
Grant's talking about what he likes to eat if you cannot see the chat.
Oh yeah, sorry. Lamb asked what would I not like to eat, but
Grant
my
likes
vegetables
meat,
I'm picky
potato,
about.
coconut, and bananas. Yes, he does not like coconut or bananas.
Yeah, I'm not a banana.
He doesn't like any kind of like peanuts, almonds, anything like that. You don't like vegetables? Grant likes a very...
Sorry, honey roasted peanuts are great.
I was trying to mute you. I don't know if I
It, mute you or mute me
mute the mic.
overall for the sneeze.
Yeah.
Usually, if I'm loud enough, it does it on its own.
Well, it started to.
Did it go red real fast?
Yeah.
Yeah, it muted me then.
Okay. Well, I was hitting it as it went red, so...
It's not that I don't like vegetables. I'm just picky about which vegetables I do like.
He doesn't...
And no, I don't
There's
like
only a
coconut.
couple that he really likes. He likes
Yeah.
corn. You love potatoes.
Potatoes, corn, green beans.
Thank you, Melanie.
Thank you. Yes. No, just
Carrots? You like carrots?
just picky. Carrots. You
You
know,
like broccoli?
I have grown to like broccoli actually as I've gotten older.
You
I
don't
was not
like
a fan.
squash or sweet potatoes?
No, sweet potatoes. I get sick on those. Not like allergy sick. Just I can't handle them.
I'm kind of that way with spinach, like canned spinach.
I like the down to earth hearty kind of vegetables. The vegetables that are the ones that you see on a plate in an advertisement. You start getting into the squashes and the greens and that kind of stuff. You kind of lose me a little
I
bit.
love squash. I love squash so much.
I don't know, just the exotic stuff just loses me. I like, like potatoes, carrots, corn, green beans.
So-
The down-to-earth, common stuff, hearty stuff. The stuff, that you commonly see, with everything.
Well, especially in our region of the world.
Okay, touche.
Because there's definitely... Sorry, y'all.
Well, I mean, technically greens is a pretty, common vegetable here where we're at. If that gives you any idea of where we're at in the country. But I'm just not a fan of greens. They stink.
I'm
really
not a
stink when
fan
they
of
cook.
greens. I want to retry them now that I'm starting to eat more vegetables, but
I can't talk to this dude. Okay, I guess I can't.
he's
talk to him.
waiting. He's busy.
Yeah, I thought we could talk to him at least. I guess not. I don't know. Sounds like the rain's starting to set in.
Yeah, it was sprinkling even when I stepped out. Got it. Finding recipes with squash in them.
No.
Thank you, Lamb. So I can be your taste tester.
Well, I'm gonna be cooking for Hannah then, not cooking for me.
There's a guy on YouTube. I don't feel bad shouting out his channel because I know you love him too. His YouTube channel is called Come Sit at My Table.
Yeah.
And they have a cookbook that they sell on Amazon. Me and Grant have been cooking out this cookbook. Mama D got it for us for Christmas. And we love it. There's a couple recipes where we might say we're going to do this slightly differently because it's not quite our taste. But for the most part, every recipe we've tried, we have thoroughly loved.
Yes.
And
We still watch the channel too.
Yes, and so some of the recipes on the channel are from the cookbook, and some are new ones, and some are things that subscribers send in. They do like a subscriber Sunday special. So his channel is fantastic. I love all of his stuff. If you're looking for food,
If
he
you're
has
looking
one
for
in there.
recipes, go check them out.
Yes.
We're sending you guys their way when you guys get a chance. Not right now, like after stream.
Yeah, tell
but
them hey
they're
from
worth
us.
they're worth checking out definitely. Yep, you can tell them Grant and Hannah from Grant's Gaming Corner and Hannah's Knitting Cottage sent you. If you guys got to check them out.
Yeah. But they have a recipe on there. Going back around to my plate. They have a recipe on there called squash dressing casserole, which I am 100% ready to try. I'm very excited, but Grant doesn't eat squash, so I guess we're gonna have to bring it for the church potluck. So.
Which we
But
go to every
dude,
other week, so that'll give us plenty of opportunity.
Yep.
Every other week we go to the church potluck. Every other week we eat with my family. So that way we eat with her family, my family, her family. Yeah, it's a nice to be able to rotate kind of situation for us.
Yeah, we won't be there for a little bit, so.
I may be telling you guys a little bit about our lives, but truth be told, you guys hear a lot about our lives as is. So just to know that we go back and forth with our families every other week for Sunday dinner, Sunday lunch, however you want to call it. That's what we do. We enjoy going back and forth, visiting with everybody.
Yep. Family is big to us, which I think y'all could probably tell based on how the channel was started.
I was going to say, look, you guys hear me talk about family all the time here on the channel. It's not just talk. It's truly what we live. We do truly spend a lot of time with family. Sometimes not as much as we'd like, and sometimes more than our family would probably want. But we truly do believe heavily in family. And it's when I tell you guys that this is a family, I gotta change up Bob. Bob needs to come out of the lead. This is a family-oriented channel. I'm not joking about that. That's really our lifestyle here. That is what we live. So, yeah, this channel truly is built around family.
Not ever too much.
Depends on who you ask.
I mean, I can't think of anybody who doesn't want to see us.
That's fair. We
Because if they don't want to see us, we're not going to
directions.
see them because we have other people who want to spend time with us.
We really do get pulled in multiple directions.
Yeah.
And without going into too much detail, we have a very big family on both sides because we have extended family that we deal with a lot.
Yeah.
And we don't consider them extended family. They're just the people that we're around all the time.
Yeah.
So they're not extended family in our mind. They're just our everyday family.
Right. I guess on paper you'd say they were extended if you look at the family tree, but
True.
but
But we've got big families because of that on both sides, Hannah's and mine, and we absolutely enjoy spending time with all of them.
yeah, and family sometimes it's in a sense like found family, I guess, because people talk about that a lot. And to me, found family can take a lot of different forms, and sometimes it's that you're not always close to peak. Sorry, it's not always like your family that's like on paper close to you, but sometimes it's a couple extended, but you end up being closer. because you need each other, you know, and your family. To pique
I've-
Grant's interest in cooking, there was a Pokemon cookbook.
I've seen some of those out there, Lamb. I've heard about those before. So that might be something we might have to look into as far as cooking out of.
You realize Father's Day is this Sunday too.
No, I forgot.
We could do a Grant's Cooking Corner Father's Day special. Cook us up a dad meal.
This is why Hannah keeps me on track, because I truly do forget what comes up when.
Yeah.
I'm doing good remembering today that we were going to hang out and play video games with the kids, and that's something I like to do. You know?
Yeah. Not gonna lie, maybe got a little. Our power just flickered.
Yes, it did. You guys
Ooh.
still with us?
Hello. Are we live still?
Looks like everything's still connected.
Ooh. We may not make it till 10.
Maybe not with power doing that.
We might.
Do you guys still see us?
Hello.
Nope, just kidding. Okay, well,
I'm glad we're here. Please.
yeah. Tell me if something's up. You guys gotta let me know.
Oh, you don't say. The lightning strikes. Dangerous thunderstorm alert has been issued. You don't say.
Phone's running a little behind.
You're still on.
Okay, cool. Yeah, it just like blinked for a second. Like my
Okay.
computer didn't even shut all the way off. Like my monitors flickered more than the computer did. So, and there comes the rain. So yeah, if you guys lose us, my apologies. I'll do my best to let you guys know what's up through chat as quick as I can. Yeah, if I can't get everything back up, then it'll be what it is. But if I can get everything back up, I'll try to get it all back up and we'll finish stream like normal.
It's right on top.
It didn't buffer at all, just the Elgato disconnected. Yeah, it like I said, it flashed my monitors more than it did my computer.
Goodness.
My computer stayed on, honestly, so
Okay, it looks like we're not gonna blip too long at this.
it's a quick little blowover for us. Okay, so we're almost through it.
Maybe.
We may get some more, looks like later on.
I'm just hoping for people who are traveling tonight.
Who's... Yeah.
Good
that's
old
right.
fashioned barbecue at the back. Sorry, it didn't buffer at all. Just, oh god, disconnect. Well, that's good. Good old fashioned barbecue at the backyard. Grant needs an apron with the GGC logo, but it's GGC for Grant's Cooking Corner. GCC for Grant's Cooking Corner. Mama D, we gotta get together and work on that. We gotta.
Oh boy.
We should do that. That'd be good. Maybe that's episode 2. I don't know if we. I thought our stream dropped for a second again.
No, everything seems like stable.
I know. I just saw the black screen. I'm like, oh no, it's you on here.
Oh yeah, no, it's just transitioning out of the battle. That's what it was.
Whoops.
Okay. All right, so we're gonna have Jumpy Hannah for the rest of the night. She's gonna be on edge every time something changes.
I have never liked thunderstorms, even as a kid. Like my brother and I could not stand them. It probably didn't help that my brother was like unhealthily obsessed with tornadoes. So like we understood how destructive a tornado could be at the age of like 8. So we would get terrified every time one of these storms would roll in. And I'm like, you love thunderstorms? I like the idea of them. I just don't. I like to look at them. I like to hear the rain. I don't like the thunder and lightning.
See, that's the best sleep you get right there during a thunderstorm. That I grew up with the concept of just sleep through it. You're fine. Roll over, go back to bed.
Well,
yeah, so
I think for me, I associate it with, like, I remember, because especially, how do I say this without giving away too much? There have been some natural disasters in the area over the past couple of years that have kind of messed up some of the power grid. And with that, my parents' house, when they rebuilt the power grid in that area, by their house is fine because they buried the line underground. But right outside to connect it to the transformer is above ground, and they did not build it well. It was not done well. The reason I know that is because there was a stretch of period where every time there was a bad thunderstorm, we would lose power. So for me, it became, I started associating thunderstorms with loss of power, and it would be when these thunderstorms would happen, it was very humid outside, so it would just get really hot and humid in the house, but you can't open the window because it's pouring down rain and thundering and lightning outside, but also there's no power. Pokemon cookbook ordered.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Mama D's on top of these things.
Yeah. Sorry, I was just...
Dratini just evolved in Dragonair.
Alrighty, Grant. Sounds like we have some, It looks like we're gonna be filming for the Cooking Corner a couple episodes, sir. Because we gotta get at least one knocked out this week, because you owe the people one, and then we could do some more later.
I do owe them one.
When the Pokemon Cookbook comes in, we can do some more.
Sorry.
Man, if only there was like a Stardew Valley Cookbook too that we could do.
Mama D, can you
Hooray for Mama D.
can you look for the Stardew
I know,
Valley
no, there
cookbook?
is one.
And
No, I'm gonna purchase that
send
one.
that to me. Send me the link, please, man.
I'm gonna purchase that one because there's one that's they have the normal book one, but they have one that's spiral bound, so you can actually hold it open when you're cooking. So I want to get that one.
Oh, okay, there we go.
So yes,
Let's put Dragonair.
I
on
could be
the-
convinced to put it on the birthday list, sir.
It's your birthday.
He
Liz,
always
come
asks,
on.
"Got your brother a Harry Potter cookbook too?" Yeah,
Oh,
that's
nice.
pretty awesome.
That ought to be interesting.
Mr. Grant's been hounding me. I'm having a birthday in a little bit, and that's what this is about. This is for my birthday. So. Somebody never gets me a birthday list, but insists that I make him a birthday list.
That's a guy's prerogative because we don't know what to buy. You seem to pick up on all kinds of little hints, and I'm like, they said that? I
Hey,
remember
I
saying
did
that.
good for Christmas. I
She
did
did.
really good
She
for
really did.
Christmas. I went all out. That's how we ended up with the Legend of Zelda Great Deku Tree Lego set.
Which as soon as we get to that point to where everything's organized well enough, I'm going to get that built, and I'm gonna build it with you guys.
Yeah.
It's just that's a for the studio kind of thing, and the studio's not set up yet.
No, we don't have it. So, welcome.
Stardew Valley.
Now,
If you find it, send me the link, please, Mel. I'll take care of it.
I'll send you the link because I want to get the spiral bound one and not the book one.
Spiral bound is what I'm hearing.
Grant.
This is what she has put up with all day long.
Thanks, Lamb. Setting him up for no excuses.
Yep. Fair enough. Well, I mean, I told you guys I would give you guys a cooking corner, and I promised it, and we just have been trying to find the time when we can do that together because I can't film it by myself. So Hannah is going to have to help me.
You know? That's what we could
I don't know. What do I
That's
know?
what we could do tomorrow.
We'll talk about that later.
I have an idea.
We will discuss this.
I have an idea, but
You and I.
I might have to.
Yeah, the
Because-
things that she does to me.
Because Wednesday I'm going to be filming Wednesday and Thursday.
And then Friday we're going to go on.
I'm not filming Thursday. I'm filming Wednesday, and then we're going Friday and Saturday. But I'm definitely booked Thursday. But you will have your day off next week too.
True.
So you might
But
just have to
you're-
record ahead, so that you could go record that instead.
Maybe. We'll see how that plays out.
Should I go?
What is... Okay, so standing here, Eevee's waving her
her tail?
tail.
Is it the painting?
Something. Aha. There it is. Found it. It's an X accuracy. I seen her waving her tail, but I was like, what is she waving her tail at?
I'm not
There's
gonna.
no items there.
It always bothers me in Pokemon when it's acting like there's an item there and you clearly cannot see an item.
Well, that's the idea of a hidden item.
Well, then maybe like it should peek out from underneath something. Oh, there's some rain.
Yeah, I hear the rain coming in. Yeah, we're fixing to get us some weather, so... Yeah, forgive us if the stream does something silly or drops. It's the weather.
Why don't you go
And I'll
ahead
do my
and
best to get back
save?
together. Well, the console should be fine.
Unless, is it on the surge protector?
Well, the whole bar there is a surge protector, but yes.
Okay. I'm just.
I mean, fair point. I'll save her after this battle. But the console at least has battery, so
Yeah.
if something does happen, that was dumb of me because Dragonair was not the one that's supposed to stay in for this battle. Oh well.
Sorry. I did grab my phone.
She's over here passing the germs around. Y'all heard that, right? So if I get sick tomorrow night, lightning's getting closer. Yeah, it's Hannah just up to the radar.
It's some pretty.
It's probably gonna get a little worse for a few minutes.
Yeah, there's some pretty gnarly stuff coming through. So I don't think we're looking at any tornadoes dropping or anything like that, just because the weather's too warm already. But it's definitely a little gnarly.
Send me an email. Okay, thank you for that, Mama. I appreciate that. No, speaking of weather, I had to go to the bathroom this morning, and let's just say I had a little extra gas going on. Okay, this one says, "Is that thunder or was that you?"
Diddly, how does this bathroom relate to weather?
In all fairness, dark clouds were rolling in this morning.
It was raining outside. There was thunder. What? So yeah, instead of that,
The sound.
was that thunder or was that Korean?
That might be a little too much of a story for you guys, but you know what? It's out there now, and the reality is that's exactly what happened this morning.
In my defense, I had just woken up. I had been awake longer than you, I'll say that, but
Yeah, you had.
45 minutes longer.
You were editing and playing on the
I had
computer.
like almost completely finished TMI.
I just about fell out of bed this morning trying to get up and get moving, and was just sauntering my way into the living room. Maybe it was a little too much information, but you know, the story's out there now, and apparently y'all think it's just as funny as Hannah thought it was. So drink your tea. She want to go and drink her tea now.
This is
She
like,
ain't gonna be able to hold it
like an
together.
embarrassment laugh too, though.
Why are you embarrassed? I was the one that was, you know, being embarrassed.
I have to admit that I said that.
She did say it.
Anyway,
She really did.
we're both on vacation. I think it needs to be saved as a dad joke.
No better place to give out a bad dad joke than right here with you
Oh,
guys.
wait, let's save that for the next time we're at Sunday lunch and somebody goes to the bathroom because the bathroom is right by the dining table.
Do you agree with Mama D that it was too much information, or there was a good dad joke, or both?
It was,
There was too much information. Sorry, but it was the truth. It was just it's how it played out.
you get this on your back.
Are you? Besides throwing your phone on the floor, are you stepping away?
I'll be right back.
Oh, okay. If I need to change the camera,
I guess
needs
for
to be a dad joke. Oh.
Just for a second, I'm just gonna go.
Okay, and let's step away for a moment. I'll drop it back down to me for now. It definitely feels like a dad kind of joke, but it happened. I don't want to tell you. You can't make some of this stuff up. You just can't. It's the truth. I mean, sometimes real life is funnier than what you can make up. I don't know else. It's the way it is. But hey, this is the kind of fun Hannah and I have been having all day long. She's on summer break, and I just took time off from the 9 to 5 because I just need some time off. And of course, we got NAIC at the end of the week, so I just took the entire week off just to enjoy. And it's nice to be away from the 9 to 5. I did get a chance to play a little bit of video games today, but I'm gonna get a chance to play more tomorrow, thankfully. And yeah, so we have been just back and forth all day long with that kind of stuff. This is what happens when you spend all day long with your person and you just enjoy it too much. You have fun. You truly do. So I hope that we give a good vibe about how married life is, because honestly, marriage is great. Honestly, I couldn't tell you more how happy it is. I can't explain it more. There's not words to explain how much fun it can be to be married to your person. So yeah, if you guys are looking for the right person, find that right person and just enjoy life together with that person that is your person. That's the newlyweds. Those who are married for a long time. No, it's just the way they say. Oh, Hannah needs to read that comment. So that's just your standard good morning. Stutzy, welcome in. Appreciate you coming and joining us. Oh, Mama D, you even got lamb rolling. Look at that. Rolling with tears. Oh my goodness. But yeah, I guess that's your typical good morning then, I guess. Okay. You must enjoy the sounds of a long marriage and a happy good morning that sounds like gas passing. What a way to say it. How did we get on the... Never mind. I know how we get on the subject. Ooh, check that out. You'll see that plant right there? Hang on a second, I'll put my character right next to it. That plant right there, check that out. It kind of looks like an oddish, but it's a potted plant. That's kind of cool. Oh my goodness. Hannah, you need to hurry. You need to come read this comment.
I heard something about married life.
Oh, there's a comment from Mama D. You need to read before it disappears.
So sweet.
It's about halfway up.
That's the newlyweds. Those was married for a long time. No, it's just the way they say it. Okay, wait, but wait, you didn't tell another story. Rate this game. Hi, Stutzy.
Pokemon Let's Go. Rating out of 10. I'd give it.
Sorry.
I give it a solid 8. I mean, it's a good story telling of Kanto. It has all the modern, updates, with the exception of a few things. You don't have hold items. You don't have abilities. It is limited to the 151 plus Meltan and Melmetal, which I am working on getting a Meltan and Melmetal in Go to transfer over to this. You guys said you wanted it. I'm working on it. Just give me some time. I need to collect some candies. I'm a little candy poor right now. But as far as an overall, I'd give it a solid 8. It's a good game to come back and play, especially if you really enjoy Kanto. Come back to it. All right, sorry, what were you gonna say?
I have a story to tell about that. There was one night Grant was particularly gassy.
Using to record the game? The program or the capture card? Or both?
Yeah.
What you asking?
Well, the capture card is Elgato,
True.
and the program to record is OBS, Open Broadcasting. Open Broadcaster Software.
Yes. OBS is free.
Yeah.
The capture card cost about $60 a couple of years ago, so it's probably a little more expensive now.
And they might be upgrading it to do some of the newer consoles, because I think all the consoles can do 4K now, right?
Yes.
So you really probably want to upgrade and get the 4K one if you could, because then you can record in 4K.
I think mine might support 4K. I think I did.
Did you get the 4K one?
I got the
It would have said Elgato Light 4K.
Elgato G something 60.
But it would have said 4K 60.
Oh, maybe it didn't. It may not say 4K 60. Then
Okay.
it may be on the 1080p. But
yeah, Elgato makes one that does 4K. So
Yeah.
now that all the consoles, all the current gen consoles.
And this might be cliche to say, because I'm sure a lot of people say it, but I really like Elgato as far as the equipment they make. They make a lot of good streamer equipment, a lot of good capture equipment, a lot of good video recording equipment. They make what they call a stream deck, which is really awesome for being able to transition things. I need to get that one from you.
I know.
If you're not going to use it for now.
Well, I kind of can't right now.
Yes.
Did you get the? Yes, we both got the Switch
I'm actually playing on the Switch 2 right now. This is all on my Switch 2. Power has been great on this thing. It has been amazing. It has done really well on everything I've thrown at it. I played my Tears of the Kingdom earlier today. It was loading lightning fast compared to what the Switch 1 did every time I transitioned. So
Animal Crossing did really well. I know that's not like the beefiest game, but it was knocking it out of the park on the Switch 2.
Well, Animal Crossing had a
Can the
very
Switch-
long.
Can the Switch 2 games run at 100? I think it's 60. I think we're looking at 60 FPS 4K.
It can go up to 120 FPS if the game supports it. That's the thing.
Yeah, a lot
if
of
the
these
game's
Switch
not
games
supported, then it won't. Like Hannah said, a lot of the games are not pushing 120. They're
It's-
pushing a 60.
Right.
But there are a few that are pushing up to 4K, but they're doing 4K 60.
Yeah, and I think a lot of it is because you're still getting it in a portable format. I think the 4K you can only get in docked mode, and
Yes.
then in handheld mode you can get 1080.
Well, the tablet's only a 1080 screen, so
Right. But I think honestly, I mean, the amount of power it would have to do. So Switch 2 worth getting in. I think it depends person to person. I think for Grant and I both, Grant obviously would use the power a lot. With him streaming and stuff, having games that load faster obviously means there's more gameplay that he can play
Yes.
in a stream, but also he can keep up with whatever new games are released.
yes.
For me, I'm gonna want to play whenever there's new Animal Crossing. I'm gonna want to jump right in it.
Donkey Kong.
I want to play the new Donkey Kong, so I'll be
Mario
playing
Kart,
that.
you've been enjoying that.
I'm with me wanting to play with Grant, being able to play Mario Kart on my own Switch on my own device. So for me, I don't know if it was a necessary like I have to have this right now, but it was something that I think we had both kind of agreed I was going to get one at some point in the future. So I'm glad to have one. Is it a lot better than Switch or just slightly better?
It depends on what you're asking. As far as, form, shape, and resolution, it's not a massive upgrade. I mean, yeah, you're going to 1080 on the tablet. You have the ability to go to 4K on the dock if you have a game that supports it. As far as power goes, absolutely. It's leaps and bounds more powerful than the original Switch.
And I don't know that we're having any games right now. There's not a lot of exclusive Switch 2 games.
No.
You have Mario Kart World, you're gonna have the new Donkey Kong and Metroid. So for me, I would say if you're not for sure gonna play one of those, I would say if you think you're still interested in it and or you're like me and you're like, I know I'm gonna play this Animal Crossing game when it comes out. I'm sure there's gonna be some sales getting closer to Christmas time, and it may not be like massive discounts, but it might be something to look for as like I'll wait until XYZ. It just depends.
I'll put it to you this way. Depends on your circumstance and your need factor.
Yeah.
Me, I was planning on upgrading it. Yes, a lot for myself because I'm going to play these newer games. I love playing Nintendo games. I'm going to continue to play Nintendo games, but also for the channel. It made great content. It does really well for, like Hannah said, for the streams. It's been handling running games for me so far very, very well. We played Mario Kart World the other night, which is a lot of fun,
Yes.
which is, of course, a Nintendo Switch 2 exclusive, and I'm going to play those games. That's just the factor for myself.
Right.
Hannah didn't necessarily need it right now, but she will in the future for the games that she plans on playing because she's a heavy Nintendo player like myself. So she plays a lot of Nintendo exclusives. Now, as to if you should get it or not, that's going to be a personal question that you're going to have to ask yourself, because bear in mind, it's 450 or 500 USD and different prices around the world, but depending on where you're at and what price it is considered a higher end expense console now.
But I think
So
Nintendo did prove, I don't know if the Switch had such a long life cycle because obviously there was a huge tech delay in 2020. I don't know if that is the reason we saw the Switch have like basically an 8-year gap, but also
partly.
I think, right.
Well, I say that because Nintendo did say they wanted to make that generation, the Switch generation, a 10 years generation.
They did, so they bumped
They
up
did.
to
They
8.
did say that at one time. So they actually made it 2 years short of what their goal truly was.
But I think at the same time, we're kind of in a dynamic where we needed to go ahead and upgrade to 4K. When you have these Pro PS5 and Xbox Pro consoles coming out, but I'll say this too, I think we're in a weird phase with Nintendo in the sense of Nintendo has always been the console that was more underpowered. I mean, probably back to GameCube. I think after GameCube.
GameCube was actually more powerful than
Right.
consoles of its time.
Right, but I'm saying
But-
after GameCube, it was less powerful.
Nintendo started focusing on more gimmick aspects and more fun
Right.
related, and power wasn't what they did. They treated it like the Game Boy. power wasn't the necessary thing so much as making games that were quality and worth playing on the hardware they had.
Well, and I think
Now-
the Wii and the Switch are both testaments to that. That
Yes.
people just want to play good games, and they want to play together good games, but they also want options to play on their own. And I
Yes.
think right now the phase we're in is because I mean Nintendo's only going to put out so many first-party things. They have only so many studios, and they take their time to make sure it's well done. So we don't have a lot of first-party things coming out, and then as far as third-party, I guess Pokemon we'd almost call a second-party game.
Well, Nintendo owns a portion of a third of the Pokemon
so
company,
it's technically a second
it's a second party game.
So, like, yeah, we see Pokemon hasn't, even Pokemon, who probably has an inside scoop in all of this, they haven't quite caught up to releasing things for the Switch 2 yet, and probably won't for a little bit. So that means, especially then your third-party games.
Well, I say that because they did update Scarlet and Violet to support the
Yeah.
Switch 2, which looks way, way better. It really does. And then Legends ZA is coming out later this year. Now, to your point, Stuncy,
Wait.
yes.
Bye, Lamb. Thank you for hanging out.
Oh, you're leaving? Oh, yeah. Good night,
Bye.
Lamb. Appreciate it. We'll see you later. To your point, Stutzy, yes. If you're not in a need to buy it right now situation, or you just want to play Mario Kart World, then no, you could probably hold off and get the Switch 2 later on. You don't
Well,
have to get it right this minute.
I think that was the point I was trying to make, is that 2026, I really think 26, 27, we're going to see people utilizing the full capacity of the Switch 2, and the Switch 2 would be a much more needful purchase to have either the best version of a game or the upgraded version or maybe the only version of a game. I just don't think people know how to develop a Nintendo game that has the capacity of a higher end console now. I think we're seeing, we've got the gimmicky of the Switch that people love, but also the power of one of these high-powered consoles, and you can take it on the go. And you have the mouse support, which is something that really PlayStation and Xbox haven't tapped into, except for PC gaming.
Yeah, I don't disagree with you, Stuncy. By 27, a lot of people are going to have the console.
Yeah.
But that by that point, stock's going to be up well enough that it's going to be easy to get. Not that it's difficult to get now. Nintendo did a very smart thing in trying to get the stock out there. But I think just like with the Switch, first round of development for the first 2 or 3 years was developers learning how to develop for the console. By the 3rd, 4th, and 5th year, and even pushing the 7th and 8th year, they had started to really get a good idea about how to do it. And by the 7th and 8th year, they were perfecting and pushing the console to its limits, more or less, to the point to where it was being pushed as hard as it could go, and they were stretching and figuring out how to get different things out of it that technically the system probably shouldn't have been able to do.
Setsy says, it reminds me of when the 3DS released. It was really expensive at launch. A lot of people complained about that, making them lower the price. Do you think they'll do that with the Switch too?
No.
No.
And I say no because of the fact that I feel like the hardware is at cost now.
Or close to it.
Pretty close to it. Nintendo is probably making a profit, but it's a very small profit right now for the hardware.
Right.
They're making their profit better off of software. And at this point, I don't think they have a margin or room to even be able to drop the price by any, just because of the fact that prices of chips, prices of mechanics, hardware, materials, and even the import fees are just hard to deal with right now.
Well, I think that's it too, and I hate to, I don't mean this to sound arrogant, like as an American, but I think the American market is one of the biggest ones. So now that the American market has been slapped with a tariff, and even if Japan itself is not getting the tariff, I don't know if even Vietnam has it, but if they have a chip from China or a part from China or accessories from China, they're taking that hit because they know Americans aren't going to want to pay an even higher price for it, because obviously, yeah, people are complaining about the price. So I think they probably have a very slim, I agree with Grant, this profit margin is probably pretty slim. Inflation doesn't help, you're right.
No.
So I think what Nintendo, and I think them putting Mario Kart out at $80 was really smart in the sense, from a business standpoint, of saying, and I'm wondering if it's very possible where the game card was manufactured played into that, if they were worried about the tariff on the game card. So what they did is they're like, hey, we're going to charge you $80 for this game, or you buy it digitally and you get it for 50 essentially with the console. So then they're only printing off a piece of paper instead of a whole game cartridge and a box and all that stuff. So they're not paying for the import fee. They're making it kind of, they're not forcing your
accessible.
hand. Well, they're not, I wouldn't even say that. It's more of they're giving you a discount, and it seems like, especially with them adding this virtual card stuff, I'm guessing they're going to be pushing the key card. Yeah. I think they're going to be pushing everybody to move their games to all digital and streaming. And that's something Japan's been doing for a while. I know you're not happy with it, but...
No, I'm not at all. No, Sunsea, it is not. It is still $80 digitally. It's $50 if you buy it in the bundle with the console, which makes it a console seller, which naturally Mario Kart is going to be a console seller. It is a game that people will buy to buy the console. It's about like Breath of the Wild was whenever Switch came out.
Yeah.
People will buy Mario Kart because they're going to buy a Switch 2 to play on Switch 2.
Yeah. And Mario Kart is the perfect game for that because Breath of the Wild has a very, I wouldn't say a niche market, but it's definitely a smaller market than Mario Kart.
Well,
and Mario Kart, your non-gamer person who wants to get into video games can walk into Mario Kart and be somewhat successful fairly quickly. And young children can be successful too, which I think Breath of the Wild was not that game.
No.
It was an epic game which appealed to gamers and was going to get this brand new console idea out there where people could see it and see how cool it was. But Switch 2, when you want people to buy into a new iteration of a console, essentially, it's a good console seller.
Well, the other thing about Mario Kart, which parents will be looking at, especially with the price of the Switch being what it is, the Switch 2 being what it is Mario Kart will be that game that the family can play.
Yeah.
Multiple kids can sit down and play at one time, whereas something like Zelda is one person at a time, plain and simple. Whereas with Mario Kart, okay, we're only going to buy one console this time around, kids, but we're also going to only buy one game, which we're going to buy the quote-unquote party type game, in this case Mario Kart,
right,
that everybody can play at once.
It's a good starter. And like I remember when I, like, this is gonna go way back, when I got my PlayStation, and I don't think we had a packing game when we got, and it was funny when we got to pick different games, and we got Lego Star Wars, and that was the one we played all the time because my brother and I could play together, versus the baseball game I got, you could play back and forth, but it wasn't as easy. So we just ended up playing Lego Star Wars, like, and platinuming it. And it was a while before we ever got another game for that console. Same with the Wii, that we started off with the Wii Sports, and we had gotten it where they had Sports Resort packed in with it too. And I think on our Wii, we only had those two games, and I got Twilight Princess near the end of our Wii, and I had a tennis game. But that was it. Like, we basically only played those two packing games. And that was like a $300 console, you know?
Yeah.
So just switched to advert online, and they were selling it for $300. The description said the wife won't let me keep. Need it gone ASAP. Ooh.
That may be true, but that could also be scalpers trying to get rid of some of their stock because they've realized that Nintendo has put out there so much stock that they're not going to make a profit.
Yeah.
And I don't disagree with Mama D. I mean, I don't know if I would buy one like that right away.
Maybe it's one of the ones that GameStop stapled a receipt to the front of it.
I hope not. I hope
or the one where they went to, somebody scalped a Switch like 2 weeks ago, basically, like a week early, and they went to think they were peeling off the protective film and then realized, oh, that's part of the screen.
Yes.
Because, I mean, we opened ours, there was nothing to peel off the top. Yeah, I would buy one below the actual price right now. Yeah, I mean, I really wouldn't. And I'm sure there'll be some used ones that come up, but I wouldn't anticipate for a while.
No, and I'm going to tell you like this, and this is the way I've always seen it, as far as buying something. You get what you pay for in this day and age. I hate to be that way, and I hate to tell people to spend your money, especially when we need to be saving nowadays. But the reality is, you buy cheap, you're going to get cheap. And it's just something you've got to be wary of.
Can we say that about the Switch too? I'm just going to say this. When Grant and I opened... Sorry. Do you want to go ahead? I didn't mean to cut you off.
Well, can you hold your thought for a split second?
Sorry. I just realized I cut you off.
What I mean is, and what I'm going to say is if you want quality, sometimes you have to spend a little extra. And I'm not a quality fanatic, but there are certain things that I will spend a little extra for to make sure that they're worthy of using. There are certain food brands, Hannah can tell you, I'm picky about, because I want a brand that I know is going to be good because I'm used to getting it is a certain taste, a certain flavor, a certain way. And the store brand just isn't the same. I know it's less expensive. I know you can stretch it further. I understand those things, but it's not the quality that I'm looking for. And I'm willing to pay a little extra for something like my food, for certain foods that I want quality. Now, there are some things that I don't care what brand you get. French fries. Whatever brand you want to pick up is fine. They're all, French fries are French fries to me. But
Taco seasoning.
I like Taco Bell seasoning. It costs a few cents more. It's definitely a little bit more expensive than the store brand, but it tastes better to me. So that's just me.
Okay.
Did you hear the 4 Rocket Sisters serve a purpose? I think you can earn something off of them. I think by the end of it, you earn a little something extra, but I honestly don't remember off the top of my head. The scummiest scammers I've seen online was someone selling something in the PlayStation 5, but a massive block of text in the description. In the text, and they said they send a picture of it, not the console. That.
So,
be careful of those things. Watch out. Read closely.
Truth be told,
Buy from reputable sellers. Sorry.
So back to the quality thing. Grant and I both, when we opened up the Switch 2, and you can see that in Grant's video. So if you haven't watched Grant's unboxing video, please do. Leave us a like if you enjoyed the video. That'd be nice too. But in the video, you see us open up the Switch 2, and he and I were both impressed with the quality of the console itself. That yes, this console. I mean, I remember the Switch 1. I think I got for $300, the original launch Switch.
Oh yeah. That one was.
And
yeah.
I was impressed with the quality of the Switch 2, and Grant was too. That the material, it feels thicker, heavier, more durable, the screen looks better, just all of those things. Even though the console is more, I mean, it's $200 more. Obviously there's inflation, obviously it came with a packing game, so really it's a $450 console, so it's $150 more. And with inflation and the tariffs and all that stuff, like that probably cuts out some of it. But quality wise, and then you think about, it's not just the outside quality that's been upgraded, the inside quality has been upgraded too. I'm curious to see if we're going to see a Joy-Con drift issue. I'm thinking that we're not. Gray and I both noticed that the joysticks feel very different. They feel much more fluid. I think that there is not really any chance of the same exact Joy-Con drift. I'm not going to say there couldn't possibly be a version of it, but I think the thing that caused the Joy-Con drift in the original was that there's a piece of graphite paper at the bottom, and the graphite would wear off and obviously get scattered all in there, and that would cause problems with the Joy-Con. Yes, it's you can feel it when you move that Joy-Con that there's 100% not graphite under there. I'm sure somebody has done some sort of like de-shelling of the Joy-Con to let us know that. But
I need to look into that. I don't know what the joysticks are. I don't know if they're
right.
all
I haven't,
not.
but I definitely Grant and I could both tell based on what we've seen playing wise that the interior of the console, the chip, all of that for sure is upgraded as Nintendo is claiming, but also the console itself, the plastic feels more durable and thicker. The actual joystick feels
There's
much
more metal
nicer.
to it.
Yeah, the joystick feels really nice too. Just everything feels really good. And I have very tiny hands, so I was worried about it being too big for me because the Switch felt very comfortable in my hands. I didn't feel like it was too big, I didn't feel like the Switch was too small like some other people did. But to me, even the bigger Switch 2 upgrade feels nice. I haven't played a ton yet, obviously, because it's pretty new. But yeah, you're getting what you pay for with it. Like, I really think as far as money for value goes, you're getting your value out of it. But
well, you're getting your value in materials. Whether or not you get your value in time, that's a personal call. That's strictly up to you. And again, that's going to come down to the games that you play. Do the games on it, are they worth playing to you? We're both huge Nintendo fans. There's a lot of games and franchises and IPs that we like with Nintendo, and that's what we play. Now,
Yeah.
don't get me wrong, we do have a PlayStation as well,
But I
and there's
mean-
some things we play on it, but not near as much as
I
either one
think
of us picks up our Nintendo consoles.
Since we've been married for 8 months, almost 8.5 months, probably at
Give or
this
take,
point.
yeah.
So I've been up here 8.5 months, and I think I haven't played the PlayStation once. And I mean, I was a primary PlayStation gamer. That is what I grew up playing, was PlayStation. I haven't played it once, and I think I've seen Garrett play it once or twice in 8 months. Nintendo, I see him play every day.
Fair.
I don't play as much, but certainly more than never. So
I'll get to that point in just a second. Let me answer
Yes.
Stunsley first. To get to your point, Stunsley, yes, I do believe Nintendo will put out something new Mario this year. I'm not sure if it's going to be
Good night,
100% a
Mama
new
D.
3D one. Good night, Mama D. But they will definitely put out a new Mario game this year if history is a trend to go by. They put out Mario Odyssey within the first year of the Switch 2
when
Switch
did
1 being
they
out.
when did they announce it?
About 6 months after the Switch came out.
But if the Switch came out in March and then it launched what month? Did
It was
Odyssey
like
launch?
November, I think.
So they would have announced.
Like midsummer, which would have been, well, maybe it was about 3 months, I guess, afterwards. 3 or 4 months
So
afterwards.
theoretically, we're still in the window that they could. But do you think they're really going to want to launch a new Mario to compete with Metroid, or are they going to let Metroid be their big game this year, considering it's been so long?
No. Metroid is too niche, I think, to be their system seller. I think they will announce a Mario. Now they may say, hey, coming early 26 instead of
But I
late
feel like-
25. But Mario is their bigger everybody kind of franchise.
Well, what's their big everybody
Metroid's-
holiday title? Because I feel like Galaxy 3 would inevitably suck. I would love to see Odyssey 2 as well, Diddley. I think that would be great.
I really think they'll have a Mario for the holidays. Because Metroid's coming out, just in a few months?
I thought it was a holiday release.
Is it?
Well, that's my thing. Is what if is Pokemon their holiday thing?
No, Nintendo doesn't count Pokemon as
They
theirs.
don't count Pokemon.
I mean, it is
It
theirs,
is, but it's not enough of theirs.
it's yeah. They don't count that as that's our title kind of thing. That's Game Freak's
But
title.
what about we haven't? I mean, I guess we just had Tears of the Kingdom. It's only been 2 years since Tears of the Kingdom.
Yeah, if we get a Zelda, it's probably going to be a side quest Zelda. It's not going to be a main quest Zelda yet.
Well, there was one Zelda game they were talking about, wasn't it? It's not. It's Hyrule Warriors. But that's not until next year.
That's not even a Nintendo Direct. That's who does the Warriors franchise? Not Capcom. Somebody else.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, Warriors is not actually Nintendo's.
So it's not even
IP.
their Zelda team.
No, not directly.
But when did Splatoon 3 come out?
Yeah, it would definitely be smarter to release Mario around Christmas, but I'm pretty sure that
That just
the
depends on if
Metroid's
it's,
coming out around late summer.
I think
fallish?
that's going to depend on if it's
What the hell?
ready too, though, because Nintendo, they don't care. Do you see they announced today they're pushing back the Zelda movie? I don't know why they announced this. I feel like it wasn't huge news, but the fact that they did it, I think, just proves how much Nintendo is very much so on a timeline and calculated, and they have very strict. They announced that the Zelda movie wasn't going to come out in March of 27. They're like, oh, it's coming out in May, and it's not even like, it's like May 2027. So like they have the exact release date announced already, and they just like, oh yeah, we pushed it back.
They
to
have
that.
everything on a time frame already.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like the fact that you like most people wouldn't do that.
Yeah, I don't think it'll be a Galaxy 3, Diddley. It might be an Odyssey 2,
It will not be a Wonder 2.
but no, I don't think Wonder 2 is going to be it yet. But 2D Mario, I think it's going to be a little while before we get a Wonder 2 or another 2D Mario. I think they want to keep riding the success of Wonder as is and selling that as an upgraded model to Switch 2, like a lot of these other games.
So
it's
September 9th
22
was
for-
Splatoon 3. Now Splatoon 3 just did finish some DLC. That would be my hesitation. But that means that when Animal Crossing dropped, they were already in development of Splatoon probably. Which makes sense. That also explains why there was a gap in DLC for Animal Crossing. Because we really didn't get we didn't get Happy Home Paradise, and we didn't get that big 2.0 update until later. Which makes sense because the team was off doing Splatoon, and then they finished that DLC, went back and did Splatoon DLC, which means they probably are in development of the new Animal Crossing at this point.
I'd imagine they probably have it on a back burner somewhere.
I don't think it's on a back burner. I think it's the main burner because they just killed the. I don't think they killed the Splatoon 3 servers, but they've just like done their last big hurrah with the Splatoon 3 server. So I think it's on the front burner now. I just don't think it's been a long time.
I'm be hard pressed to believe that they're gonna.
It's not coming. I'm saying it's probably gonna come out 26 or 27. Probably 27.
I don't know. I maybe.
With how think about Animal Crossing was the second biggest franchise on the Switch.
Yes, but Animal Crossing hit at the right time. It had a perfect smelting pot of a situation,
Right.
Of at home, of needing communication, of being a cozy game in an uncertain time, and I think that they're probably going to hold Animal Crossing for another opportunity to peak on a situation like that. Maybe not necessarily like a bad situation around the world, but to where they can say, okay, we're going to kind of clear the calendar a little bit, and we're going to drop Animal Crossing and give it a little bit of breathing room on its own to where it's not hindered by anything else, because they're going to want everybody to hit on that nostalgia of New Horizons. I want to play the new Animal Crossing, and it just it's like there it is.
But what I'm arguing is that it's a console seller now. Animal Crossing is a console seller now because people were buying.
Yay.
I think it is. People were buying consoles. I specifically bought a console for my own mother, so she could play Animal Crossing.
Okay, yes, but to be classified as a console seller, it needs to happen multiple times.
That's what I'm saying. Here's what I think. Nintendo's gonna wait a little bit because people need to have. They want to have some buy-in because if nobody's bought it, but they need to wait like till I think a summer. Imagine Animal Crossing hitting in a summer. They always like to launch Animal Crossing in a summer or an autumn, so that nobody has snow on their island.
New Horizons in spring, March.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. They like to launch Animal Crossing in a spring or a spring or a fall because the southern hemisphere. Sorry, in spring or autumn, because then the southern hemisphere would be in winter during summer, and they would launch with snow on their island. So they wanted to launch wherever nobody had snow.
They wanted to launch in a transition time frame.
So nobody would have snow and they could see everything. So what I'm saying is they're gonna wait a little bit so that people can buy into the console. But then what will happen is, okay, like you and I, the core gamers have Switches, but then like my friend, my maid of honor, she's not necessarily a hardcore gamer and she's gonna have to save up to get her Switch. So
fair.
You wait until like all the people like us have one, and then in like spring or summer of 26 or 27 you launch it, and then I'd be like, hey, the new Animal Crossing is coming up, you gotta get it, we gotta play it. Like my mother, who might upgrade to a Switch to play that game because now we have a buy-in to the franchise.
Fair, but I still think they're gonna do a calendar clear to where there's nothing else major happening right then, and it's gonna be a real hard hit on nostalgia from New Horizon. For all of us who bought New Horizon, they're gonna say, okay, let's ride that nostalgia from wanting another Animal Crossing.
I think so too, and I think that's what I'm saying. I think you launch your Mario with the. Do you want to go ahead and read that? I'm sorry.
Actually, I was going to answer Stunsley first, real fast.
Okay.
And then yes, I'll read that real fast. To your point, Stunsley, there was a lot of talk that Mario Kart World was actually finished a couple of years ago for the Switch 1, and they've been refining it ever since. But because of the motivation and longevity going behind Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, that they decided to ride that and add the DLC that we got for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, all the expansion passes, the booster courses, all that, to keep stretching Mario Kart 8 Deluxe because it was doing so well. And then they pushed back Mario Kart World to the Switch 2, because technically it should have been released a year or two ago from what I've heard. And it's actually been done for a while. They were just taking time to reinforce and refine more because they had the time, because of the high sell point of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, because of how much people loved it and rode the even now we're still planning on doing tournaments in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe for a little while before we give it up. We're not completely done with it ourselves yet here on this channel. I'm not just cut and dry from 8 to World yet. Yeah, we're going to play a little bit of both as we go, but I'm not giving up on 8 Deluxe just yet because it's still a good place to play tournaments until everybody catches up on Switch 2s, which is something I've talked about already.
And I think, too, when you play Mario Kart World, you can tell that that game has had that polish. Like, that game has some major... Like, I remember, so... How do I say it's not a spoiler? There was a course I unlocked. When I played that course, my jaw dropped. And it was because it was like, I could tell... And it was a course, it's a course that kind of... Because there's several different courses in Mario Kart World that there are versions of it in Mario Kart 8. When I played this course, it was a course that I did not like in Mario Kart 8. Could not stand it. I think you're probably going to know what course I'm talking about. Don't say it out loud, but you're probably thinking. My jaw dropped when I saw this course. I was like, I knew it was like, I could tell it was going to be big. And then when I got into it, it was just such a beautiful masterpiece. And it's just a racing game. Let's be honest. This is just a racing game. But the thoughtfulness, there was nostalgia, but it felt new. But it was pretty and it played well. And for somebody who could not stand that course and every other iteration of this game that I've played and absolutely love that course and is begging him to finish it so I can play that course with him.
I'm almost there.
That's how you know that this is a fully developed game. Like, you can see the care and the love and the craftsmanship in it. It's just, it's a work of art. It really is. I think DLC is going to flesh it out. I think DLC is going to flesh it out better. But still, I think we're in such a fast-paced society. They just better not take 8 years on Animal Crossing, because good grief. I can't wait till 2028.
But Mario Kart World was worth it. I mean, it was supposed to be the Switch release Mario Kart. Pushed me to Switch 2, 8 years of development. That it was worth it. All right, let me run this dialogue real quick because we're running out of time, and
Sorry,
I've got to do this battle.
soapboxes tonight.
That's far enough.
What? You again?
Me again. As many times as it takes. I will not let you reach the boss.
Huh? What was that? Reach the boss? Grant, do you think? So the boss of Team Rocket is right here in this building. That makes things easier then. Go, Grant. This is our best chance to beat their boss. Old man, you'll be dealing with me.
Alright, so
You mean this
that
room
looks
that's
like
not
we're heading on to what? What did you say?
Oh, I just said, do you mean that man that was sitting there in that waiting room? But it's not. Oh, there's the boss. Hold it right there, twerp. Why am I reading?
Because it's just in James.
The OG Team Rocket.
Our boss is in a meeting. You better not disturb him.
Rawr.
Alright, I knew there was a battle coming. I wasn't sure if we were battling Archer, but I guess we're battling Jesse and James. So let's battle Jesse and James real quick. How many games are you currently played through? Brothership and this game, are there more? As far as what I'm playing actively on this channel right now, I've got active 3 live stream games. Pokemon Let's Go Eevee. Tuesday nights are Zelda Skyward Sword, and then Thursday nights are Mario and Luigi Brothership. As far as games that I'm doing recordings for, it's off and on. Just it's whatever I feel like recording for that day or that time when I'm recording. Some of it's relevant to what's going on. Like the other day, I did Super Mario Kart in relevance to Mario Kart World coming out, and it was just a lot of fun, kind of comparing the two. And oh, it's me all together, isn't it? I didn't realize it was both my Pokemon. I don't know what I was thinking. So the recordings just depend on what I feel like playing. Some of those games I will continue playing. Some of those, if they didn't do very good, I will drop and move on. So, you know, as far as recorded games go, I don't know, they add another 3 or 4 games to the list there, depending. But they're not all continued. It's like Kirby. I was playing Kirby in the Broken Mirror, or the Amazing Mirror. It wasn't getting much as far as the way of activities, so I backed off of it. Now, if y'all go back and say, hey, Kirby and the Amazing Mirror is something you guys want to see me finish, then I may pick it back up and continue it. But as of right now, it's kind of been put on a hiatus because it wasn't performing very well.
Do you kind of miss the look of the OG games, like DS games, GameCube games, stuff like that? The looks of those will never return.
Depends on the game you're talking about.
Yeah.
As far as just Mario, Zelda, things like that, nope. Keep moving forward. Make the graphics better. Pokemon, however, if you told me that, let's just say like the Generation 5 remakes, Black and White, whatever their remakes are going to be. If you told me we were going to go back to a top-down view and do a pixel art style, very much like was on the DS, but brought to modern, standards, adding modern mechanics and just refining and cleaning up the gameplay, and maybe doing a continuation of the story, like a Black and White 3. Oh yeah, I would say absolutely do it in pixel art style. I would love it. That would just be my ideal way of playing remakes like that. In fact, I was sitting there thinking about it the other day, because I do play a lot of older Pokemon games. If Pokemon decided to go back to the pixel art style and the top-down view of like Generation 3, 4, 5, things like that, I would love that. I would be okay with Pokemon Company not doing necessarily high-end graphics and having to do these full-on 3D texture models. Pokemon doesn't need that. They did very, very well in their early games, and I would love for Pokemon to return to their roots that way. And I would love to see like a Gen 10 go to the pixel art top-down view style. I would love it.
What if they did something like Link's Awakening look too?
Like Link's Awakening, what are you talking about? The chibi style?
Yeah.
Well, they did the Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl or the chibi style.
Oh, I'm not in the Pokemon loop.
Okay, fair enough. So yeah, the Generation 4 remakes were in the chibi style. That were Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl were that chibi style. So they've already done it that way. That wasn't bad, but don't get me wrong, I enjoyed Diamond and Pearl, Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. There are a few things that I would gripe and say that I wish they would have done different. Like I wish they would have used the Platinum Pokédex. I wish they used the Platinum story and just kept it broken apart as Diamond and Pearl. But the chibi style, I was perfectly fine with. It looked great, but it was a little too one-for-one for me. I felt like they should have done a little bit more modernizing, but that's just me. If they go back to pixel art style, they'd be better bringing back the menu icons from Gen 3, 4, and 5. Yes, I can agree with that. I mean, go back to those menu styles. Go back to that block style progression to where you tap your joystick and you move one block over and then up one block. I'm fine with that. It doesn't have to be this style of I can stand exactly where I want to stand. I'm okay with the block style from those early games, but that's what I like. Maybe I'm nostalgia for that kind of Pokemon, and I feel like that's the best way to go to it, but that's just my opinion. I don't feel like Pokemon has to be the highest of high-end 3D graphics and compete with something like Zelda and Mario on graphics. They don't need to. They have enough of their own mechanics to go with. What is both of your favorites 3D Mario games?
Both of your favorite 3D Mario games. I feel like I'm a fake Nintendo fan. I came to the Nintendo franchise a little bit later. So for me, my one and only 3D Mario game that I really have played has been Odyssey. But I will say I'm bad about starting games and not finishing them because it's hard for me to jump back in later. Just because my work schedule sometimes gets kind of busy. With that, I played Mario Odyssey all the way through. I completed the whole story and I thoroughly loved it. So for me, that game is always going to have a special place in my heart. And it's one of the few games I have completed the story on and have done things. I'm not a platformer person. It is not my usual style of game, and I've completed that game. So I have to say Odyssey.
And so for me, I'm an old school 2D Mario gamer. I would prefer a 2D over a 3D. But if we're talking about 3D, I've played most of them. I haven't played them all, but I've played a good majority portion of them. And as far as 3D Mario games go, I'm always going to have a soft spot for Mario 64. I know that was the first Mario 3D, but it's also the one that I spent the absolute most time in as far as 3D Mario games go. Sunshine was a lot of fun for me. It's probably a close second, but I will always have a place in my heart for Mario 64 as far as 3D games go, because I spent so much time in that world. That was one of those 64 games that we would explore around and look for every little nook and cranny and Easter egg, and there was no part of that game that we didn't explore heavily.
No Galaxy.
Galaxy was good, but I didn't play it like as hard as I did 64. I completed Galaxy, but I didn't 100%. I didn't go after all the stars in Galaxy, and I didn't play Galaxy 2. I wish I would have, but I didn't. I skipped it.
What's your least favorite one?
As far as 3D Marios go, I mean, I guess I would probably have to say Galaxy 2, considering I never played it. So, I mean, if that tells you anything, it's not that I don't like it, it's just I never played it. I never gave it a chance.
Alright, we gotta...
Alright, so I think we're going to wrap it right there, because we know there's a big fight coming up next, and I'm not going to get started on that and get too deep into it. I have a copy of it. I did not like it as much as I did the original. They added about 30 more stars, and that was a little tougher to finish to me because of those extra stars. And it wasn't starting with Mario, it started with Yoshi. So just differences I just didn't care for. All right, so we're gonna wrap it right there. We've made some good progress tonight. We've got all the way to the end of the Silph Co. I was hoping we get this through a little faster, but hey, we got here. We're gonna take on Giovanni next and see where this takes us after we save Silph Co. And then of course we'll go for our badge from Sabrina next week. Oh, you're welcome. Come back and hang out with us tomorrow night. We'll talk some more. Hey, we're here 3 nights a week, live as best I can.
Tomorrow is Zelda night, correct?
Yes, it is. Tomorrow will be Skyward Sword. So thank you all. Love you all. I will see you guys back here tomorrow night. Do me a favor, hit that thumbs up if you guys want to do before you guys head out. And if there's anybody new out there, hit that subscribe button and that notification bell before you leave, because you don't want to miss out on what we've got going on around here. It's a lot of fun.
And our 300 subscriber special is very close.
Very close. We're getting there. 291 last time I looked earlier, if you guys haven't raised it up since then. So thank you all. Love you all. I'll see you guys back here tomorrow night. Hopefully, do you know, will you be here?
Maybe, I'll be here at the beginning. I might be here later. We'll see.
So I might have a co-host. I might not. I guess you guys will have to come back tomorrow night to find out if I have a co-host. I'll have to be back to find out if I have a co-host. So I will see you guys then. Have fun. Have a good night. And as always, be good and God bless.